What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. Amron, how are we? How is everybody doing? We are all cut up. I will say, the guy took a straight razor to edge up the beard, and I wouldn't say I don't know, it didn't cut me, but it definitely irritated the skin. So I will say I didn't really catch it when it first happened. I should have put aftershave when I got home, but I just did, so that's why I'm kind of shiny and kind of red. But how are we doing? How is everybody in here? We don't have too much time for all of the pleasantries, if you will, because I'm going to be leaving here in a second to go down the shore. We're recording the draft party tomorrow. We're getting in a night early just to kind of hang out and have some fun. But how is everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing? We should be streaming. We're still going to stream every day. I think we're going to have an upload today and no upload on Saturday. We'll have an upload on Sunday and Monday, and we'll keep going. But big things happening. What do we got? We got Angel in here. We got Jaker in here. We got looking clean there. What's going on, Phoenix? We got Henry. No Bulldog. We're probably just going to do a straight BBM here in a second. I was just waiting. I have today's video that we're actually going to be uploading at the same time that we stream here. And if that really overdoes the MacBook, then I might be in a little bit of trouble here. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be all right. But yeah, after we're done streaming here, I'm going to post today's video and then pack my bags and get going for the shore, man. Got big things ahead of us. We're going to be filming the whole day tomorrow. Draft party, all of that. That should be hitting your inboxes by tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but by next weekend. And it should be a really, really fun video. Excited to draft my team in this home league, of course. But, all right, so we're uploading today's video. We're going to hop into a draft here. How is everybody? How are we doing? What do we got in here? $150 to the face. Bro, the trim looks fresh. Thank you, man. $50 trying to get on one of your BBM drafts. Not getting fooled again. All right, here we go. Yep, that's what's getting dropped tonight is the 10 biggest values in your home league. All right, so let's hop on Underdog Fantasy, huh? If you haven't already, make sure you do check out Underdog Fantasy. They are the best. They're literally sponsoring the entire beach trip that I'm doing with my buddies for this fantasy draft. So make sure you check them out. Underdog Fantasy, we have a link pinned in the live chat, in the description, comment section down below. It'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON, the link I'm talking about, and you can get your deposit match up to $100 using promo code RON. Hop in best ball drafts with us. These are drafts that you don't have to manage in season. You don't have to make trades. You don't have to do waiver wire videos or waiver wire decisions, start sits, any of that. They set the best lineup every single week. So with that being said, let's hop into one of these, huh? Now, we have a big selection right now. The Puppy 3, if you're a beginner out there, if you aren't on Underdog, please go check out the Puppy 3. $5 to enter, $200,000 to first place. It is the best. It is low entry. You can practice for your home league, and then on top of that, you have the unlimited upside of these $1 million in prizes. So let's do a BBM. I'm still behind in BBMs. I do want a little bit of a higher stakes. So that's what we're going to go with. Now, I will say there's a chance. All right, so we have 4 spots open for anybody that wants to hop in here. I was going to say there's a chance that I'm debating DoorDashing something here. But maybe I'll pick something up on the way down the shore. I'm not quite sure yet. I might even queue up the ways right now and see what am I trying to say? What food may or may not be on the way. All right, let's get the draft board going here. You know the drill. You already know what it is. What it be. 6 spot. I'll take the 6 spot. I'm not too opposed to the 6 spot. All right, there we go. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. Let's do the add a stop thing. Add a stop for food. Where would it send me to? Huh. Maybe I should just order something. I think that's what we'll do. We'll pull the classic, order something right as we start the draft. Also, let me know. If you're in this draft, let me know. I don't know what I want to get, though. Dude, I've been eating so much Chipotle recently, dude. So much Chipotle, man. But I don't know that there's anything else that looks appealing, dude. I don't know. No, I refuse to have another Chipotle. But we have Jefferson goes 1, McCaffrey goes 2. So, Vinny, you're in the first spot? Sweet, sweet, sweet. But who do we got in here? You're at the 6 and a 12-man PPR. Can't decide between Tyreek and Bijan. In full PPR, I like Tyreek. But to each their own. Mr. August, my hero. What do we think the play is for dinner tonight, fellas? Get a haircut? Yes, sir. All right, time to make a pick at the 6 spot. Of course, everything goes as planned. Top 4 wide receivers plus a running back. We're going to go Kelsey here. I've been trying to take more Kelsey. and Eckler. I already have a lot of Bijan and Diggs, and I don't get a lot of Kelsey. So we'll take Kelsey 6. I'm probably never going to end up with Kelsey in a redraft managed. I will say people have asked, like, don't you like Bijan over Kelsey? In best ball, I probably prefer Kelsey by a little bit. The positional advantage at tight end is huge, and then you also can't stream the position. So that's kind of the trade-off. In a managed league, when you can stream tight end, I'm fine punting tight end and taking Bijan there. What else we got in here? The Lord's Chicken, Chick-fil-A, always a solid move. I don't know if Chick-fil-A is an option for me. You said in a RTS high stakes the other day, you went Tyreek Diggs from the 11 spot. They are so running back hungry. If you want to study a wide receiver team, you can get in there in the right draft from the right spot. Yeah, that's crazy. You're at the 106.2, 5.5 PPR, thinking of going Bijan this year. Yeah, I mean, if the top 5 went exactly like this, Bijan would be my 6 in non-best ball. You said, Ron, in full PPR, do you prefer Amon-Ra St. Brown or CeeDee? Probably CeeDee Lamb. Probably CeeDee Lamb, but it's extremely close. Who has the highest upside out of Wilson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Diggs, and Devontae? It's tough to say. I think that they kind of all have a wide receiver 1 overall ceiling. I think that's probably fine to say. Any chance you run a second one? No. Literally, as soon as I'm done here, I am eating, packing, and driving an hour and a half to the beautiful Jersey Shore. Burrito bowl? Yeah, I had a burrito bowl for lunch, though, man. I did. Only so many I can have, my brother. Standard scoring, pick 5, leaning Bijan. Yeah, I think in standard that's fine. Now, has anything weird happened? Not really. Pollard is getting steamed up to like the 202 at this point. If Saquon gets here, I'll take him. I don't think he will. No, let's do the Mahomes thing. Let's try this out. Let's go Mahomes in the second round. We'll stack our Mahomes to Kelsey. I don't usually do that, but it felt pretty flat. Could have gone to Olave, but I think I already have a good chunk of Kelsey Olave teams. So I think it'd be fun to try a Kelsey Mahomes stack. I wouldn't do this every time, but just where I'm at. You were just watching, Henry? Makes sense. Do you have to live in the U.S. to play on Underdog? I believe so, sadly. How highly do you value Pollard now? I'm considering CeeDee, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Pollard in the early second in my home league. I probably still prefer that tier of wide receivers. Like, of these 5, I probably would take all 5 of these wide receivers over Pollard. But it is really close. It is really close. It's tough to say. Man, I would like to order something, but it's literally... I just can't have Chipotle for the 19th time this week. Maybe I could get a salad from somewhere? What does a man got to do for a nice salad? Yeah, it's either I'm going to have to make something here or just pick something up on the way home or on the way to the shore. I think that's just the play. Thai food is always bomb. Yeah, I've been having some Thai as well. I've been having some Thai as well, but I don't think I've had that as recently as well. Kelsey Mahomes stack a good idea in the first 2 rounds. In my opinion, yeah. In a home league, I'd really want to try and push it to the third. But in Underdog, the percent chance that Mahomes makes it all the way back to you is very, very low. All right, so now we're looking at Metcalf, Gibbs, Ramondre, Lamar. Let's go with the wide receiver. Let's go Metcalf here. I don't even really like Metcalf, but it's kind of just where he goes. I don't really feel like taking Gibbs or Ramondre here. We don't have a wide receiver yet. I'd probably prefer Debo in a vacuum, but I do want to cool off. Like, if I take Debo at the 306, I'm just going to get him at the 306 every time. So I do want to mix in Metcalf sometimes. Like, I don't have a ton of him. We got Chris Diaz in here. What's going on? You have a 4th pick in a 10-team league. Is Tyreek the one to go with? You have the 4th pick in a 10-team league. Is Tyreek the one to go with? If it's full PPR, yeah. If it's half PPR even, yeah. I like Tyreek there. But it comes down to what you can stomach in terms of taking running back versus wide receiver early. You're like 15% late second Pollard. Yeah, I made sure to get a good chunk mid to late second in best ball. Probably getting avocado green curry later. Okay, I see you. Is it worth it to only play one league or be involved in as many as you can get into? That is the age-old question, Johnny. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. There's something sacred and nostalgic about somebody that's in just one singular league. I don't know. I'm such a sicko. I like being in a bunch. I don't know. It's tough to say. It really just depends on what you can handle. In a keeper league, would you take Bijan or Kelsey at pick 5? Probably Bijan for me by a good chunk. You said you low-key think the 106 is a great spot to have this year. I hate it. Once I have my top 5, like I very strongly believe that it's Jefferson, Chase, Tyreek, Kupp, McCaffrey. That's your tier 1. And then from the 6th spot, you're just taking the first of a tier that I think, honest to God, from Kelsey through Devontae Adams. From Devontae Adams through Kelsey, this is just one big tier to me. So I don't like picking from 6 and having to make that decision. I don't mind being... 6 is fun if you can get one of these top 5 to fall, but usually they don't, in Underdog at least. You don't win friends with salad? Said, how is your MLB team doing as of right now? Mine is first and would advance. Dude, there's no shot mine is looking like it's going to advance, man. Watson versus Najee versus ETN. Let's do like an ultra balanced build here and go ETN. But Brock, here's my MLB team if you'd like to see it. Yeah, no, we're in 5th place. We are in 5th place. I mean, 5th place isn't terrible, but yeah, there's probably no shot that I advance here. It's actually, I don't know. Maybe it's alive. I really couldn't tell you. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to view the team, but that's where we're at right now. Oh, we have 40 minutes left on that pit bull. Maybe we should make that pick before I get out of here. All right, let's look at the draft board. I shifted everything forward. Good Lord. All right, what else we got? You said anyone you've been coming around on. Heard Stewart talking about Waddle, and I already liked him, but I'm so in now. Anybody I've been coming around on? I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's anybody I'm coming around on. Like, guys that I wasn't really drafting, and now I'd say DeAndre Swift is the biggest one. DeAndre Swift is the biggest one. I'm very much into DeAndre Swift and wasn't all that into him beginning of the offseason. What about a Herbert, Allen, Williams, super stack full PPR? In a managed league, I don't think that it's... Like, 2 teammates to the quarterback in a managed league, I don't think is really a must. Like, I think 1 is just fine. I mean, I think that that's fine, but... Alright, so JSN goes right before us. This is where we probably have to start hammering out wide receivers. Let's go Ayuk here. I was debating Deontay, but I'll go Ayuk there. I don't have a strong preference between any of these guys. If you're not sick of the thought of doing weekly waivers each week, then I'm not in enough leagues. I'm starting to get to that spot with the amount of high-stakes stuff that we've done. I think that that's honestly a decent play, to do a shit ton of best ball and then just one singular home league managed. Is there a format you like to use on Underdog, like 3663? I like the... I like this this TJ Hernandez tweet that he put out a while back going through optimal roster construction. But like 2673, 2682 are all nice. You said you watched the ORB video. Would you do it in 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex league? I would not. I would go hero RB or double hero there. You can easily come back from 5th. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you can try it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think hero RB is probably the play. Is Bijan at the 105 in a 12-team half PPR? I mean, I would take Cup, but it's not like a terrible move. Like I like Cup Tyreek, but it's not crazy. No, I didn't do any PGA best ball. I wish I did the Pup Cup. I just didn't have time to. Would you keep Amon-Ra in the 4th or Pollard in the 7th? Oh, Pollard all day, brother. You said Mike Williams, the guy you've been turning on recently. Just give me as many pieces of the Chargers offense. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel, too. If you have a keeper in Olave, which I get in the 5th round, how should I attack the 1st? Bijan, I'm picking from the 8th. I mean, Bijan's fine, yeah. Honestly, the keeper, like, it doesn't, like, you can still go wide receiver or even Kelsey. Like, I think anything's sort of a good option with that keeper. Like, I wouldn't feel forced to go any which position there. How are you viewing Pittman Jr. this year? If he gets to me at, like, the 6-7 turn, I'm probably fine with him. It's tough because I don't think Richardson's going to have good passing stats, but I also think Pittman's a pretty good player. And it's dumb to let him fall too far. I think we have him on, like, 1 managed league this year. I hate to say it, but if this guy doesn't take Madison, we're taking Alexander Madison. Or no, we're probably taking Dobbins, to be real. Let's go Dobbins. I think Dobbins ADP is going to shoot up. So this is one of the more balanced builds I've done on stream, where usually I'm hammering wide receivers out, but this has been a pretty wide receiver heavy room. We've only taken Metcalf and Ayuk through 6 rounds, so we're going to have to make up a lot of ground there. 2 running backs in the dead zone. Do I even take my own advice? Do I even know what I'm doing? Second pick in the draft, I prefer Eckler over CMC. Would you take Jamar or Eckler? I like Chase. Eckler over CMC, I don't know about that one, though. In my draft, besides Underdog of the season, 9th pick, 10-man PPR, hoping something falls to me. Thanks for all the tips and tricks of drafting. Let's get this bread. Yes, sir, Nate. Yes, sir. Love to hear it. Ron, is TJ Johnson a sleeper that you're looking at last round? Who the hell is TJ Johnston? I don't know. I'm not sure that I'm familiar with this TJ Johnston. I think I'm getting got again, dude. I think I'm getting got again. Do I do live auction drafts? I don't. Auction's not a format I'm all that familiar with, sadly. All right, we're on the clock here. No, we were just talking about Pittman. Let's go Pittman. Pittman in the 7th round, I have no... Like, Pittman in the 7th round is a very easy click. Very easy click. Even with all the questions. He's probably just too good to be going that late. I like Gibbs over Mixon, if that's what you're asking with that one. You said, really, I used to hate all deep threat archetype wide receivers on Underdog. But recently you've been taking them. They're better priced this year, and I want some weekly ceiling. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, the 2-3 turn, I wouldn't take either of Gibbs or Mixon, to be honest. You think there's a huge difference between half and full PPR when it comes to wide out flex investment? I keep trying to stack as much as I can in mocks, but I don't know. I think it's the same, purely for the reason that outside of Underdog, half PPR leagues are going to push up running back so much that wide receivers are still optimal to be drafting in the middle rounds and then thus put in your flex. But I will say in half PPR, I think it's viable. You can put a running back in your flex in half PPR as long as you took that running back like early-ish. Like, you can get a little bit more flexible with having a running back in your flex in half PPR, but even then, I still want enough wide receivers to fill it, plus another option or two. You're in a massive 20-team league. How would you go about the strategy in a 20-team league? 0 flex? Would probably take running back as early as possible, to be real. But it's tough. Yeah, I take a lot of Pierce and DPJ. Or not a lot of DPJ. I mix in DPJ when he makes sense, but yeah, I end up taking a lot of, what am I trying to say? I end up taking a lot of Alec Pierce. You said you started lagging when it said I was going to take Madison. Yeah, they had to just shut the whole operation down once that got put into the ether. But yeah, we go Sky Moore there to stack with Mahomes. We're trying to make up ground on wide receiver right now. I think we're doing all right. You have Justin Jefferson in the 8th as a keeper. Should I trade him for a first round this year and a second? I don't know, dude. That when you guys start asking me that type of stuff with your keeper leagues, I don't know the ins and outs of your leagues enough. Probably not, to be real. I'd probably just keep Jefferson in the 8th. I don't know. Is Bijan at 4 in a shallow redraft format reasonable? I have Bijan over Eckler. So wherever you think Eckler is reasonable, I think Bijan's reasonable there. But at the 4 spot, I prefer Cup, Hill, Chase. But then after McCaffrey, Bijan is my RB2. Yeah, I've never heard of TJ Johnson as well. That motherfucker is not real. Do you think your position can affect your draft strategy? Sort of. I'm going to make a video, I think, like Monday. Like, sometime around Monday, pretty much. But when it comes down to, like, what draft strategy I like to use or whatever, I really just sort of take the best player wherever I am and then go from there. Because you could be like, oh, the 6th spot is a good spot for 0 RB because Travis Kelce will be there, right? Where Travis Kelce's there. But then what happens if somebody takes Kelce here, or what if somebody takes a Bijan or an Eckler here, and I get a Jamar Chase or a McCaffrey or Tyreek Hill in my lap? From there, it just completely shifts everything that I was sort of thinking about pre-draft. So I'm never really, you know what I mean? Like in these high stakes drafts, I don't get like the 7 spot. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be hero RB. It's really more so after my first 3 picks, I kind of know how this team's gonna end up. What's the earliest I've taken Bijan? 6th. All right, so now we're on the clock here. Wow, Bateman's still hanging around. Let's go Bateman then. Dude, Bateman's gonna end up my highest drafted player, and we're just gonna have to live or die by Rashad Bateman. I'm actually really loving this team right now. I think we've made up ground at wide receiver pretty well. We've started Kelsey from the 6th spot, Mahomes, Metcalf, Travis Etienne, Brandon Ayuk, J.K. Dobbins, Michael Pittman, Sky Moore, Rashad Bateman. Now, fellas, 8th round Sky Moore is freaking steep, dude. I don't take him very much, but the stack to Mahomes I was fine with, if that makes sense. And we're really behind on wide receivers right now. Colts offense will have a lot of big weeks, may have a lot of duds, but will boom some, yeah. Especially in best ball, he makes sense. Yo, what's good, Ron? What's going on? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you guys are trolling me. What's going on, Inbar? Damn, I don't know how to say your name, brother. But I got a bad name too, dude. Ronald is a ugly name. We got SS Austin in here. Anybody else think Mark Andrews could have a crazy year? Oh yeah, dude. I've had a ton of Mark Andrews this year. His touchdown upside is absolutely insane, Mark Andrews. I think that he could lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns, and it wouldn't shock me at all. What pick do you have in your home league this weekend? Well, here's the plan is this weekend to do tomorrow. The plan is to pull up to the beach, film an intro. I want to do like a little obstacle course / like combine to determine the draft order. So like the fastest, whoever does it the fastest gets the first shot at like picking where they're gonna go or whatever, and then from there. But order hasn't been decided yet because we're gonna do a little combine for it. In a 20-team league, get an elite quarterback. Yeah, that's a good play as well. You probably just want to have. It's almost like a game of Catan at that point. You want to just have elite options, cornerstone pieces, etc. How are we feeling about Jacobs and JT other than the contract situations? Worried about their offenses and injuries. Not that worried about JT's offense. JT's offense is going to be pretty sweet. At these prices, I'm all in on JT. All in on Jacobs as well. Nothing has really changed too much since last year for that offense. I don't think Jimmy G is marginally like better or worse than Derek Carr was last year. ESPN Gibbs is going to go further than that. A 2-3 turn, like my favorite players at the 2-3 turn. I'll let you know in a second here. Let's go Boyd on the other side of that Chiefs-Bengals game. But my favorite picks at the 2-3 turn, I love T. I love Devonta. Jacobs or Taylor I'm taking over Gibbs. I'm taking Mark Andrews over Gibbs. I'm taking the elite QBs over Gibbs. And I think once you get to here, you can start talking me into Gibbs. But if you want to take Gibbs there, man, like it is get your guy season. If you're in just one singular league, it does make sense to get your guy. I just can't get there. Is it logical to take CD and Pollard back-to-back? You can. I don't think that it really is a plus or a negative, though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what is... What's going on with this TJ Johnston, man? This is why we play the game, boys. Why, Patrick? What do you mean? Yeah, I feel like you guys are all trolling me, dude. I feel like there's so much troll in here. I mean, Pat Hanley doesn't sound bad. But yeah, shout out to him, man. What's the Key and Peele sketch where it's like Hingle McCringleberry? Yeah, my favorite sleeper is Dontavius Rockwood III. That's my guy. Cool, man. Appreciate your thoughts. Of course, man. Again, if this is your only home league and you're dead set on getting Gibbs, maybe you should take him in the early third. I wouldn't take him in the second, though. That's where I would draw the line. All right, let's go. Let's go McKinnon, I guess. We'll go McKinnon as a nice little stackarooski to Pat Mahomes. I think we're going to try and end this up as like a 2... I think it's going to be a 2-6-8-2, the more I look at it. Probably 2-6-8-2 is the play. Either 2-6-8-2 or 2-7-7-2, but the wide receivers are pretty weak here. Starting your first 2 picks as QB tight end is rough. Man, I'm so hungry, but I no longer have time to order anything. Yeah, I no longer have time to order anything. I'm going to be driving down to the shore on an empty stomach, praying I pass some food on the way. Trying to think. My bad for taking up airtime trying to plan out what I'm doing with my dinner, but I'm a hungry young boy. Anything else crazy really happened in this draft? Rashad Penny's been falling to the 10th. I'm still not convinced he gets cut, but it is concerning. It is concerning how kind of like the buzz has been bad. I'll say that. The buzz has been bad. First pick, BBM, Bulldog, Jefferson, Mahomes, JT, decent start. Yeah, man. Those are all good players. I think that's always a great thing to say through 3 rounds. Yo, what do you think about the new Detroit Lions helmets? I haven't seen them. I'm hoping if people aren't too confident in Joey G's injury status, he can fall to me in the 6th. Joey G? Joey G. You guys kill me with these sometimes. I'm assuming you mean Burrow, but I really don't know. Joey G. You can fault me with the 6th pick. I feel like I feel like you're trolling. TJ Johnston. I think Joey G is also a troll. What it do, Mr. August? Been catching these streams after each of them since I'm on vacation. Of course, man. I appreciate that. What's going on, man? Where you on vacation? Tyler Boyd be a sleeper as well, or is Chase just too hungry for that ball? I mean, Boyd is like okay, but he's like, there's no ceiling. That like there's no world where Tyler Boyd pops off and wins leagues in 2023. Now maybe somebody can clip that. Somebody tuck that away in case Tyler Boyd is the skeleton key to 2023, but I don't see how Tyler Boyd becomes a top 12 wide receiver ever. Oh, I've heard the hype on him too. He's my favorite sleeper. Dontavius Rockwood III's looking nice though. He's been killing it in practice. So we have no Denver wide receivers. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, maybe you have too many Chiefs." Nah, dude. We're gonna tack on as many Chiefs as I damn well please. I think. But we're going to chill for a second here and go with Mims. Mims is just too good of a pick. Man, running backs are dried up. Man, that should have been Gainwell, if I'm being honest. You guys ever seen that guy on TikTok where he just like eats random? He like puts it in like a cup of water and he stirs it. And he's like that mayo could have been more flour. I'm just being honest. I hope like one singular person gets that reference. It's like, I'm just being honest. People are saying Wawa. You'd be surprised that I'm a Jersey boy and I don't go crazy for Wawa, but I imagine there has to be one on the way to the shore. There has to be one. Turkey hoagies. I will say I don't, I don't eat gluten, so I don't really eat bread. A lake in Virginia, that's nice, dude. How drastically do you change your approach with a standard league compared to full or even half PPR? Definitely trying to get running backs. So like definitely not forcing, but trying to steer my team down double or hero RB. There is what I'll say. Rockwood has nothing on Jerry Sprockhouse. We got TJ Johnston, the biggest sleeper of the world, chilling in the chat. TJ Johnston, man. All of your last round picks. Make sure you You're gonna probably, I mean, if you have one of those draft boards with the stickers, you're gonna probably have to write that one. He's such a deep sleeper, you're gonna have to write that one in. Ain't no way these default draft boards have that name. Damn it! Like I said, that needed to be Gainwell. And we get sniped right beforehand on Gainwell. Gainwell's a guy, we're getting him in the 13th round. Right now he's getting steam in high stakes. I've seen him go as high as like in high stakes. I've seen him go as high as like 10th round. He actually, yeah, he went 10th round ahead of Rashad Penny in the high stakes draft he did on like Tuesday. Ever heard of Manahawk? And I can't tell if you guys are trying to get me. Like, I really don't know. But I have not heard of Manahawk. And sounds like it could be a place in Jersey. I know Manasquan. But I don't know. I know Manitoba. Could Ezekiel Elliott be worth picking up late? In a redraft managed? Probably. In best ball where you want, like, spike weeks? Probably not, in my opinion, but Buck Ease. I've never heard of that. What's the thought process with Gainwell? He's just been the longest tenured Eagles running back. I want pieces of this offense. Stud prospect, even though he was like a 5th round pick, Kenneth Gainwell. And we've gotten a lot of negative reports on Rashad Penny. So like Kenneth Gainwell might be RB2 in a backfield that's going to score a lot of points. Looks like the Giants starters are playing. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the preseason today, but that's interesting. We got TJ Johnston in the building still. Guys acted like he just showed up. Hey, we got Inferno Man. That's a throwback. Or not a throwback, but I know you guys. I do love when I recognize a username. If you win BBM, are you going to move out of the basement? The brand would be ruined. I'm probably moving out of the basement regardless, but it is pretty funny that in my search for either an apartment or a home or something, or even just to rent out a home, I would like there to be a basement just for the brand. I don't know what would happen. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. Town right before LBI. That makes sense. I'll probably pass through there. I'm not sure. What round did you pick a QB? I went QB in the first round. We went Kelsey, Mahomes out of the gate. Cole Turner's actually a good sleeper. Everybody dropped their favorite sleepers. We are in the point of the offseason where I feel like I keep just drafting the same late round sleeper candidates, you know? Green Bay, Arizona, Stafford. I don't really love Purdy, but I think we're just going to take him. He stacks to Ayuk. Stacks to Ayuk and nothing else really stands out. So, yeah, we'll go Purdy, I guess. I don't love it at all. So let's get that. Let's get that on our mind real quick. I will say, I think Jordan Mason's kind of a viable sleeper as well. Only an underdog best ball, but I think Jordan Mason's like kind of interesting. I've heard even TDP's gotten some decent reviews. I don't. Maybe we'll take one. I don't know. I'm not set on taking one of them, but it's a conversation at least. I'll start Cole Turner for whoever had put that hype out there. Just because we're looking at the San Fran week 17 game, and then we want Chiefs Bengals, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming here. Show you guys what you've been missing, I guess. All right. How do you decide who to pick on when a player is ranked higher but had a lower estimated round? It's just kind of a feel thing, to be honest. Like the ideal round thing where it's like trying to play the ADP game. If you think the guy can make it back to you, then you can take the guy who goes later, you know, right after him in the rankings. But it's kind of getting a feel for like where a player might fall. Sort of run into that a lot with JSN. Where I'll have JSN ranked ahead of a lot of guys, but I'll want to try and push him a little further. Let's go Singletary here. Got to start building out our running backs. Man, I'm getting low-key stressed out. I'm going to have to do a decent bit of packing here. Largest convenience store gas station in the world. Damn, I haven't heard of them. Should I take CMC at 9? If he's there, yeah. I feel like you're trolling. I feel like this TJ Johnson guy's trolling me, dude. Like, if CMC's at 9, yeah. Ty Chandler, that's a good one. Musgrave and Henry aren't sleepers anymore, but Josh Downs is solid. I like those. My favorite sleeper is... He's a 5'8" wide receiver out of Stockton. You've been mixing in Jordan Mason? Okay, at least I'm not weird about that. Yeah, I love Keontae Ingram too. Clear RB2. James Conner, fragile as hell. He might even just be bad at football at this point. I don't know. Streets are saying Mason is outclassing TDP. That's what I've heard as well. Would rather take Blaine Gabbert than Kyron. Yeah, Kyron is so tough. If you have Rams Giants, he does make sense, but goddamn. I think I prefer Zach Evans, but I don't know that Zach Evans gets the first crack. If Akers was to go down or something. Do you trust the 49ers QB situation? I worry a bit. No, I worry a bit as well. That's why I didn't like that Purdy pick at all, but it's just kind of how this draft formed. Because I think there's a chance that I think there's a very high chance that Purdy just isn't starting down the stretch, and it's like it's Darnold or Trey Lance. Like Brock Purdy's going to get the first crack at it, but if he sucks and they go like 2 and 4 through 6, like he's probably getting pulled, and then at that point it's going to be either Darnold or Lance. Waller getting a bunch of targets in the preseason game. I'm not shocked. Sup, August? What's going on, Creamy Souse? Creamy Souse? I have an unreasonable amount of Hodgins. Yeah, me too. I have a lot of Hodgins. I'm trying to get more Waller. I think I have Waller a decent chunk in managed at this point, but I don't remember. Let's go Richie James. Or no. Let's go Richie James. Why not? We'll go Richie James, done at wide receiver. Now we need a running back and tight end. Dude, we have so many Chiefs, but I'm telling you, I think you can get away with it. It's going to be like the highest scoring offense ever. I just want guys that can score touchdowns for Mahomes. Like, this might be Clyde. It's not going to be Clyde, though. We're gonna take some very fringy guys here. Get a little bit of a weirder look with these last 3 picks, which I think is fine. I think you can get unique with your final 3 picks. Damn, just expose my bookmarks there. Hope nobody screenshots. Ron, skip Seaside wherever you're going. Go to LBI and go to Bagels and Beyond in Brant Beach. Yeah. I'll skip out on the entire trip that I've planned. But I feel it. Waller for 4 targets in the first drive. That makes sense. Waller might just crush this year, man. He might just crush. Breida over Kyron. I don't hate that. Waller an easy fade for you. I don't really think I'm there. Odds on Hunt getting the RB2 role in Minnesota. I don't know, dude. Hunt's really tough. Hunt's a guy I'm not really interested in. I think at this point in his career, he gets brought in just to be the receiving back, and that's really it. So what's good, my boy Jelani is the best pick. Is that my boy Emmett? What's going on, man? Is that the Emmett I know? But yeah, I do like Jelani Woods is the best. One of the best late round tight end guys. Preferred Dallas RB2. At this present moment, Malik Davis, but they all have a really good case. Even Rico Dowdle, like Jacob's been talking me into Rico Dowdle recently. There is a lot to like, I'll say. All right, let's go. Let's go Chase Brown. Chase Brown's ADP is really fallen. Let's go Chase Brown. We're getting a little bit weird here at the end. We're kind of hunting correlation, but all of these are fringe players anyways. I don't really care. And then we'll take a tight end with our last pick. When you have Kelsey, I think you could almost not draft a tight end if you wanted to, but I don't have the balls for it. RB1 Robinson in 15 minutes. Super chat from Cody Jackson. What do we got? It just says, it's just a sticker that says #1. I do appreciate that. Thank you, brother. We got TJ in here. What's going on, man? No, Rico Dowdle. Dude out of South Carolina. He's a really fun. Rico Dowdle is he's getting some steam right now. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of Dowdle steam right now. If I'm drafting a Dallas backup right now, I'm probably going to wean off of Malik Davis. I've been taking a good chunk of Malik Davis. I probably want to even that out between Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn's fun, but I'm not quite sure what the upside looks like. Like, I'm not sure, you know, like if Pollard went down, like Deuce Vaughn's not now taking the between the tackles stuff, you know. I mean, maybe he gets like an Eckler type role. But it's really tough. It's really tough to stick your neck out on Deuce Vaughn as a rookie. I'm open to the idea that he can be Darren Sproles and be really good, but that is the one instance where he's so small. I would like to see him succeed first, because I don't quite know what the ceiling looks like with Deuce Vaughn. But I guess it is prime Darren Sproles. I guess that's kind of the answer. Yeah, he used to have a really nice price, and he's gone way up since everything's opened. Rico Dowdle means we need the season here now. No, we need the season here bad, dude. We need the season here bad. What's the Monday video post going to be about? I'm not quite sure yet. I think the Monday post is going to be... Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the schedule is going to be. We're going to have a video. I'm going to have a video that I'm going to drop as soon as I'm done here. No video Saturday. We'll have another video Sunday, another video Monday, and then kind of resume from there. So, yeah, not quite sure. All right, so this has to be a tight end. If Hunter Henry is going to be here in the 18th round and he doesn't have the same week as Kelsey, we'll take a non-correlated Hunter Henry. But I know I usually hang around here for a while, sort of review the team. I'll show you guys the final team, but I do have to run here, fellas. Again, I'm going down the shore tonight. Tomorrow we're filming the draft party for you guys. That'll be out probably next weekend, but be on the lookout for that. It should be really fun. It's a home league. I have 11 of the 12 dudes out there. We have a huge Airbnb down the shore. It's going to be sweet. I'm pretty much turning this off, posting today's video, packing, leaving, all at one time. So I appreciate you guys watching. I love you guys. Actually, I was about to sign off, but here's the team. We go Kelsey, Mahomes up top. Then we go Metcalf, Etienne, Ayuk, Dobbins, Pittman, Sky Moore, Rashad Bateman, Tyler Boyd, Jerick McKinnon, Marvin Mims, Raheem Mostert, Brock Purdy, Devin Singletary, Richie James, Chase Brown, Hunter Henry. But here we are. That is the team. I do appreciate you guys hanging around here. We will be streaming tomorrow morning from the hotel, I think. So be on the lookout for that. I think my boys might be in that. I'm not quite sure, but thank you guys for your time. I love y'all. We're going down the shore. Shout out Underdog. Of course, if you haven't already, we just did an Underdog draft. Make sure you check them out. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code RON. Get you a deposit match up to $100. And I will see you guys in the next one.